Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of the Bamboo Season Podcast, the podcast where you will hear real stories from real people to help you on your journey of real growth. No edits, no nothing, just straight to it, real conversations with some real human beings. One thing I love to do is connect with people who've turned their pain into power, and not just for themselves, but also to help others feel they can be empowered and elevate out of their rock bottom moments. I'm bringing back a second time guest, a soul shaker, my man, Dray Gardner.
Hey, what up, y'all? Thanks for having me back, Brother D. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back, man.
So something you showed me was your accountability calendar.
Yes.
And on that accountability calendar, pretty much a year ago today is when you first came on the podcast. And I was like, wow, it's crazy. I didn't even know until you said it. But it's also called crazy. It's crazy how fast the year went.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know who you are, let us know who you are, what you do, who you help.
I try to lead by example. Our health is our wealth. We have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves first and foremost. So that's really what I talk about and preach. I try to help anybody who's open for assistance. Life's not easy. And if you think you can make it alone, you're pissing in the wind because life's going to beat you up. Highs and lows, ebbs and flows. And in yoga, we just call them chaturangas. So yoga actually, teaches you to deal with life a little better and to stay in the moment because that's all we have.
I love that. Love it. Now, we'll touch on a little bit what we did before because you're new audience members, but then we'll, go to the current stuff. What got you into teaching yoga?
It was yoga by default for me. My back went out, so I was basically researching how to heal your back. Yoga and acupuncture were just coming up. So one of my really close friends had got diagnosed with diabetes and hypertension, high blood pressure. The doctors told him, if you do this hot yoga, you might be able to get off this medication before it gets bad. So he asked me, did I want to go to yoga with him? I said, I ain't got nothing else to do. Let's go. And I walked in on what was called a 30-day challenge. So there's 30 classes in 30 days. I walked in on a cane. And by day 17, my cane was gone. And at that point, I realized that this yoga shit is for real. And I want to do it for the rest of my life. So my next question was, how can I do it for free? And they said, you got to go to training. And that's the real reason I became an instructor, so I could do this basically for free or at a discount as long as I'm living on this planet, because I planned on doing it forever. And, I had to have spinal surgery. I had a cyst on my spine. Yoga got me back on my feet. I became an epileptic. I've had 5 grand mal seizures. Yoga got me back on my feet. So, the mat's always going to be there for you. It's 24/7, 365. And excuses always sound good to the people that make them. And I'm not a person who wants to hear any excuses from anybody about, what they can't do. Because as long as you can get up, you get up. As long as you can look up, you get up. Stand up. And if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But get busy, getting busy.
Ooh, I love that because we just had Martin Luther King Day. We're now into Black History Month. So that quote is one of ones he's dropped. I thought was amazing. You can't run, walk. You can't walk, crawl.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to do something. Just move your body and everything else will find its way somehow, some point. But just sitting there, why me? Or sitting there waiting for something to change, it's not going to happen. You got to make the change. It's very rare and very slight chance something's going to come across and just hit you and change your life.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be you. Something you said I want to touch on real quick is you said you walked in with a cane. How old were you at that time?
I was 39.
39. So at 39 years old, you're pretty much since handicapped.
Yeah. I'm
handicapped. How was it for you mentally going from a healthy young adult to now 39 with can't even walk? Before you got to yoga, how was your mental?
Pain has always been a teacher of mine. I've dealt with pain my entire life, whether it be through sports, car accidents, whatever it was, I dealt with pain. Had a high threshold of pain. But, my back was just constantly hurting. And once it went out, things got dark real fast coming from a person who, has his freedom and mobility and autonomy. I went from not being able to drive, having to depend on other people. And I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody. Point blank period. Because some people don't make it out of that darkness, and I was fortunate enough too. That's where I came up with the Drayism, love yourself enough to struggle. You know, we fight for the causes, we fight for the purposes, but when it comes time for us to fight for our health, we don't want to fight. And no, we talk about dying for our family. Why not live for your family? The greatest gift you can give your family and loved ones is not a car or a handbag, it's your damn health. Point blank, period. And once that's compromised, life gets tough.
For you with the yoga, as you went, 17 days, no cane, you're starting to see some relief in your body. How was there ever a point where you kind of almost steered away from it? And if you did, how'd you stay on track? The reason I'm asking, because, sometimes we get in positions where we're doing something to help get back to homeostasis, back healthy. Right. Then as we're good and we go back to what we were doing and we don't stick to the foundations. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm a person of discipline. I've had discipline growing up because my first sport was wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So they were hand in hand. And, you had to make weight, you had to cut weight. So I've been a disciplinarian since I was a kid. And I always said to myself, I was always going to be active. Even as an adult, I was always going to be active. So when it was taken away from me, it took away my soul for a bit. And I was like, once I'm able to move again, I'm going to be hyperactive. I'm going to be overactive. And at 50, I'll be 58 next year. I feel better than I did at 38 or 48. I'm looking forward to my 60s. I'm looking forward to 68. Back then, before yoga, I wasn't looking forward to 50 because my body was hurting all the time. When I looked my best, I felt my worst.
Wow.
And there's nothing greater than just waking up every day like, hell yeah, let's go. Some people wake up, same shit, different day, like, man, and that's what they get. When my feet hit the floor, I make the score.
Woo!
I mean, straight
dropping
out,
the words.
I'm grateful for every damn day that I'm open my eyes and I'm healthy. But it had to be taken away from me for me to really put it as a priority. It wasn't a priority in my life. It was maybe 7th or 8th. Now my health is number 1 and everything else is going to fall into that.
I can relate to you in some of those ways of having it being taken away after, falling from a 4-story window, not being able to move my body. And I was much younger, at 24 years old, young adult, from active and mobile to now I'm laying in the bed, I'm laying on my mom's couch. I can't move, I can't feed myself. So that was definitely mentally and emotionally, physically, everything just on me.
Yeah.
You felt I was hopeless and helpless,
Yes.
at some point. And how to, I feel like there's people who haven't had that, so they don't feel the need as to move their body or take it. They take it for granted.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because it's hard to get into their head. I know it might not be my fight or my job, but sometimes I feel like it is my duty to help people understand and realize if you don't move or do things now while you can, there's going to come a point where it's going to do it for you. How do we or you help people like that? Or, you know what I mean? Because I don't want people to go through hard shit like that. I don't want you to have to lose your capabilities to realize, oh, I need to change my life. I don't want you to wait till you get the test results, say type 2 diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. You know what I mean? How can we get people, bring them in?
If we don't take time out for our wellness, at some point we're going to be forced to deal with our illness. So we got to choose our heart. Life's hard. Laying on the couch is hard. Going to the gym is hard. Nothing is easy, but you got to choose your heart. And you got to love yourself enough to know that these bodies were made to sweat and to do hard things. Not just from 0 or from birth to 30 or 30 to, no, our entire existence, we need to move our bodies and sweat. Just like our body needs food for nourishment, our soul needs love. And that love is in the form of sweating. I want to sweat. I want to work hard. We're the only species on this planet who can sit on the do nothing and still survive. Every other species either has to depend on us or they got to go out and I got to kill something today. We got to eat. We don't have the option of laying out, getting chubby on the couch. I don't get it. And a lot of times we got friends who are living an unhealthy life and they want to recruit. I'm the bad guy because I work out all the time. I'm the weirdo. Well, okay, I'm going to be weird then because I'm healthy. And I'm not afraid to look at myself in the mirror. I don't wear oversized clothes. I don't do Ozempic. I do the hard shit. And that's the soul food. It ain't no faking.
Mm. You know, I'm glad I love that too, because I'm gonna say when it comes to Ozempic thing, I understand it could benefit some people in some certain way, but also there's people who are abusing it and using it instead of accountability for their actions. I saw a video. Crazy that this person said this. I don't know if you saw it, but Oprah.
Oh.
She said that she realized that she wasn't obese because she was eating.
It was because
she was eating because she had a fat girl gene. And I was like, you know, it's and justifying why she's using the GLP-1. Listen, you don't got to be a genius at this point in age no more. We know there's a lot of studies, there's a lot of information. You lift weights, you move your body, you watch what you eat, you'll be healthy.
Yes.
You'll be, you know what I mean? Now, depending the extreme you go, will depend how you look. Obviously, if you're lifting weights every day, you'll look like a bodybuilder or whatever. But overall, I think the goal should be health, to be able to move your body without pain. And it's unfortunate somebody like her to say that with her status, and people are going to follow. People are literally going to see that at home, big as they are, big and wide back.
I got the fat gene.
And I got the fat gene.
I'm big boned.
I knew it.
I'm big boned it.
No, dude.
Your bones ain't no bigger than nobody else's.
And I hate it. It's unfortunate because I've seen people who I train literally change their life just by switching up their habits a little bit. Not even extreme. Just eat at home a little more. Move your body a little more. Lift weights. Rest. Get good sleep. People underestimate the power of good sleep. Because if you don't sleep good, you're going to wake up. You're not going to be in the best mood. What's going to help you feel in a better mood? Something sweet, some coffee with sugar. Now you've done that to start your day. Midday, you crash. I need a little more. Now you got a little more. Now, by the end of the day, you get off work, you're fried, can't work out. You don't got enough mental capacity to say, hey, I'm going to get it done regardless. You're going to go home, sleep, repeat the cycle. Stay up late, watch TV instead of going to bed.
Yeah.
Now you're on a cycle of, and I think it's sad because we think because we're able to function off for 5-6 hours of sleep that it's normal, when it's not. Depending on the person, granted. But for the most part, I think you need at least 6 to 7 of good deep sleep. Man, the days I don't, I feel it. And the cycle I'm talking about is a cycle I've been on before. When I don't get good sleep, this is what happens. I don't feel my best.
Right.
My mood is all cranky. I don't feel good. I don't feel like cooking. I don't want to eat. I want to eat something that's going to make me feel good. So that's why I try my best to prioritize my sleep. I don't know that tangent went, but you talked about the Ozempic and it got me going by Oprah.
You know,
I can't believe she did that.
That was a shocker to me. And really, to me, we need to talk about discipline. We need to start talking about accountability and responsibility. You know, I'm not pointing no fingers, but nobody's coming to save you. It's up to you to save yourself. It's not nobody's job to tap you on the back and say, hey, you need to go do this or that. It's nobody's job to make you happy, nor is it your job to make somebody else happy. We ain't got to overcomplicate this shit. All it is showing up for yourself on a regular basis, period. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. But people, they just want to, you know, work, pay bills, and die. And that's not how life should be to me. You know, if we can show up for the parties, the guys' night, the UFC night, the barbecues, the girls, the date night, but we can't show up for ourselves, there lies a problem. And it's of epic proportion. You know, I don't see my people on the yoga mat. I don't see my people in the gym. And I go to both. We're the least represented there. I don't know why. 0 to 30, 35, we're on top of our game. But after that, the gout, the itis, the type 2, the hypertension, the high blood pressure. And it's from lack of movement, point blank, period. You know, they start breathing wrong, sleep apnea hits. You know, most minorities don't even know how to breathe correctly. They think they're breathing correctly is what they're doing, and it's not. You're supposed to breathe in and out through your nose. That'll give you longevity in your life. When you're breathing out your mouth, your nervous system's frying. That's fight or flight. Nobody wants to educate themselves. I'm trying to normalize movement. I'm trying to normalize therapy. I'm trying to normalize healing. You know, I'm tired of people trying to find somebody to make them happy or find somebody to complete them. No, you were born happy. You were born complete. You got to tap back into yourself and love yourself more than you love somebody else you're trying to find, because all you're going to do is bring them into your shitstorm. Life is what you make it. The choices that you make you. Life's not conspiring against nobody. Life is lifing. And it's how we respond to that what gives us our power. Everything happens from neutrality. There's nothing positive or negative until you put the emotion to it. Life is gonna life. What are you gonna do? Get active. I'm tired of hearing excuses. I really am.
Shit, who you telling, man?
I'm getting older and I'm just watching them fall off at the side, bro. They're just dropping like flies.
It's
all health related.
The part I struggle with is because being somebody who's been through trauma, falling from force of window, almost losing my life, and then growing up to how I did, less fortunate, homeless, living out of motels. I have compassion, but then sometimes I struggle with it when I hear people's excuses because I'm like, and I don't want to compare. My trauma's not like yours, but at the same time, I understand what it's like, and I understand it was up to me to decide how I was going to respond. Not everybody who had my accident is going to end up where I'm at now, able to move, be a trainer. Like you tell somebody I fell a 4-story window, and now I'm a physical personal trainer. I teach Pilates. That's not something you hear every day, but it was a choice I made when I was in that deep down spot. So sometimes when people give me their excuses, it's just get out my face.
Yeah.
I can't, because I'd rather you not make an excuse. I'd rather you come to me with a problem and want a solution.
Yeah.
And when I give you that solution, take it and put it to action. But people don't want that. People want to tell you their problems. They want you to give them attention.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand, Dre. Oh, you threw your back out. Yeah. I get it. I heard somebody say this on a podcast once, and it was so true that there's certain people who have things happen to them, and they almost allow that to be
their go-to
for why they're not where they're at. Because I'm going to give you a prime example. For the way my life went, I easily could be a whole different way. My dad wasn't in my life. Yeah, I should be selling drugs.
Yeah.
I fell out a 4-story window. Yeah, I should be overweight and not doing nothing. I have every excuse to do it. And if I were to tell people that, they'd probably be like, oh, I get it. Yeah, I understand, dude. And we need more people who are going to flip it and call people out. Hold you to the fire. Nah, Dre, stop fucking around. We need you. We need you here. So I need you to take care of yourself. If you need help, I'm here, but I'm not going to drag you. I'm not going to beg you to want to take care of yourself. And that's been a struggle for me as a fitness coach with clients. There's certain clients I don't even want to train anymore because even though you're paying me, I get it. I'm not going to force you to work out. If you want to pay and not show up, if you want to pay and not do the work, cool. You can complain as you do it. And I have clients who do. They complain, but they get it done. I don't mind it.
Right.
Complain, but you're doing the work. But there's some people, it's just like, damn, I got to draw you to the water and
make you drink
and
serve you up.
Put it in my mouth and put it back down your. Nah, dude, you got to pick one or the other. Pick your struggle.
Yeah.
And people don't want to pick a struggle. They want everything to be struggle. And yeah, man, it's just been firing me up lately. When I just be seeing on social media, and I just see people and I come across them. Even now, with this time of the year, football. How many of y'all out there have stopped what you're doing and dedicated your time? I got to watch so-and-so play. I got to watch the playoffs, but didn't get a workout in. You didn't do something for yourself. You didn't read a new book. You didn't learn a new skill, but you showed up for them fucking 49ers. You showed up for them Rams.
Ripping TVs off the wall.
You showed up for them damn Steelers. You showed up for them teams who don't even know you exist. You showed up for them religiously. And that was my problem. I was one of those people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not attacking nobody. I was a huge Cowboys fan. I would have moved my schedule. Okay, dude. We just talked about healing and brotherhood. I thought we connected, but now you want to attack me?
About the Cowboys.
Come on, bruh. But I was one of those people, even with Lakers or any sports, I was always that person. Oh man, let's get together. I gotta move my schedule, or I would make time to go watch these people play.
Right.
And I had to sit back with myself about 4 years now. Once I was sober and everything, my life changed. I was like, dog, you a grown ass man chasing these people on TV
don't know you.
Who don't know me. They don't care that I'm buying their thing. If I DM them, they're not going to respond. And I made a change. Like, you know what? If I do something for myself that day for an hour or whatever, then okay, I'll watch a game or I'll watch the show or whatever it is. But me first. And if the game's on and I didn't do me first, I got to do me first still. Like, you know, it's like a standard now.
Yeah.
The game's on and we're here chilling, cool, but I'm not like pressed, like, Dre, we gotta go. The game's on. Fuck no, for what? Anyways, you can chime in. I was just a little hot right there.
You talked about some of your clients that, you know, you just kind of get fed up with.
Yeah.
And I talk about spiritual hygiene because everybody's not meant to be around you. Like, and we take on the energy of the people that we allow around us. And with that being said, you know, if we allow unhealthy around us long enough, we're going to become unhealthy ourselves or we're going to get drained. It's like pulling teeth. Like I shouldn't have to do this. Like if you come into my class, be receptive. If you want to fight with me, there's the door. I'm not fighting. But, spiritual hygiene and energy transfer is a real thing. And everybody's not meant to ride with you forever. There's levels to this shit. And I've looked down at a lot of people, and it's not anything outside of me continue to put my foot on the gas pedal.
So with you, sorry to cut you off, with you being coming up on 58.
58.
Because you just mentioned, everybody's not supposed to go with you. Was it challenging for you to see your people that you at one point were aces with, day ones, kind of filter out over time?
What's strange about, being a seer and speaking the truth? People love that you're a seer and you speak the truth until you see them. And you got to speak your truth to them. And that's pretty much what is happening because everybody knows how I move, how I get down. My morals, I have a moral compass. I got my healthy boundaries, and if you cross this shit, the only thing we have is we can either knuckle up or we can just, this friendship's terminated. So which one you want? And we just terminate the friendship. It is what it is, man. But, I'm not a bad person. I just don't allow bullshit around me.
Was it a practice to get you to that point of being okay with when people start seeing you quote unquote weirdo or they're not liking the realness coming for you? Was it a practice for you to get to that point where you're like accepting, like, all right, me and old boy, this ain't our time?
Yeah.
I'm just over here bubbling, y'all.
You want to hop in?
I got a couple of caveats to this conversation.
Go ahead. He'll set the camera up or whatever.
Come on.
Yeah. Because we was just talking about
Hold on, don't say it. Hold on, he gonna switch it up.
Okay, for sure.
So quick intermission, y'all. We ain't editing this out. So coming up, I forgot. Sometime in February, I'm gonna do a life after drinking workshop. So those of you who've changed your drinking habits and you're struggling with your identity, your triggers, how to move in life, I've created a free workshop on Zoom to help you, give you tools, make you feel seen, make sure you're not alone. I'm telling you right now, when I gave up alcohol, it was challenging, but one of the hardest parts was figuring out who I was without it. Because for so long, it was a part of my identity. I couldn't talk to women unless I was under influence. I couldn't hang out with friends unless I was under influence. I couldn't go out and have fun without liquor. So once I gave it up, it was a struggle. I was lost in the sauce. So if that sounds familiar to you, I want you to join this free workshop. It'll be on Zoom. I'll put the link in the description of this episode. It'll be 1 hour. The date will be on the link when you click it because I still got to figure it out. And then what else we got going on?
Yeah.
April, tentative date, but April, I'll be doing a wellness workshop. My man Dray Gardner will be there leading a powerful yoga flow to get that body moving and grooving. I'll also be doing a wellness panel with Dr. Tara Rains and Rob Bangart. The goal of the wellness workshop is to help you understand your wellness, how you can incorporate it into your life and sustain it throughout your life, and then help those around you. My panelists will share their powerful stories and tips and what's helped them get to where they're at to help you get to where you need to go. Woo! That was a word right there for you. Shit. So be on the lookout. Hey, be on the lookout for that wellness workshop coming to you in April. We'll be raising money for a local nonprofit also and celebrating my birthday and Dre's birthday in the same day. Wellness workshop, Aries season. Well, he's not an Aries, but
Taurus. But we'll celebrate.
We right there. Yeah. You need a name tag? You can do a name tag if you want. Okay. There's a camera on him now? All right. So, gonna bring you a special guest. My man Dre brought his cousin, his people, Imani. Said it right?
Yeah.
From the far side.
What's up, y'all? I'm happy to be here. I was sitting in the cut trying to because I've been on my little journey of visual and video and whatnot, and I just was over here admiring the studio. But then I heard the conversations, and it was just too real. I had to jump in. I got something to say because this is my cousin. So we was just talking. The thing. Well, I'll start off first with the thing where you was talking about the social media. We were having this conversation where there should be some type of credits where you can only use your social media with the time away from social media. So say you got to put in an hour to get an hour, right? So if you're working out, You get to work out for an hour, your phone is shut down. After that hour workout, your phone recognizes it and it unlocks it, and you're able to go on for an hour, or you double up. You can add your credits up. You may not want to go on then. Now I got an hour credit, 2 hours credit, 3 hour credit. Now I can go and use it, but you can't use it until you do something that's
Positive.
for your life.
Meditate, read a book, run,
Whatever.
walk, something.
All right, I like that idea. I think it's great. I wish we could do that.
You can't do that.
I think it's. I mean, I know we can. Like, I can mentally do that. Like, all right, make sure. But there's people who
See, that's why I wanted to jump in on that conversation. UOU is a big thing that he has going on, and I followed into that. And you're not responsible for anybody. And you were talking about people like, what do you do with your boys? You grow up with people and you tell people, don't do this, don't do that, and they laugh at you. You don't do this, don't do that. You start doing it for yourself. You lead by example, and the next thing you know, you're getting 20 years of eating sugar, 20 years of drinking, 20 years of not moving. And you've been doing it the whole time. And then everybody wants a miracle, right? You start ordering Ozempic, magic pills in a bottle, Jazzer Thigh Master, all these crazy things because you're thinking there's going to be something outside of yourself that's going to make it happen. It starts with you, and I'm not responsible for anybody. You lead by example. So I feel that you're a person that's like an instructor. So like you say, if somebody wants to pay you and not come, cool. But that's all it is, and it stops there. You say, what do you do for people? I don't do anything for people. I lead by example, and I show you. I tell you, I talk to you, and like minds combine, and I cut the fat. And the people that don't need to be around me don't need to be around me. I speak to the universe, and I'm real big with that, and the universe gives me signs, and I follow attention. I pay attention, right? Some people be trying to force triangles through circles, right? Everybody's not supposed to make it with you. Everybody's not going to make it on the journey. So those are signs for you. And then you just double up on yourself, or you find somebody that's hearing your message. You don't worry about the people that's not receiving the message. It's not for them. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse. That's not what I'm here for. And some people are here for that. But my cousin, my brother, he's showing me a lot of things. He's 58. I'm 55. And people be swearing that we like not the age we are. And we said at a young age how we wanted to be when we got to that age, and we told people, and they didn't want to come on a journey. And then you want to jump in later. That's not how the journey works. Once we in the plane is take off, right? We was on the tarmac. We was telling you, yo, pack your bags, let's go. They're like, yeah, because the Cowboys are playing, Lakers are playing, whatever, right? Everything's in moderation also. There's nothing wrong with doing nothing. But be the captain and the controller of your situation. Don't let nothing get to you. Don't let nothing be bigger than you and mess up your hustle, right? Smoke and Stack.
Who?
That's my next EP. He hit it to me, and I'm like, damn, I didn't get it like that. Oh, that's what I do. I smoke and I stack, right? We all sinners. Ooh, bars. Bars.
Smoke and Stack,
What?
yeah.
Bars. We all
buddy,
sinners.
so for those who don't know who you are, what you do, you let us know.
My
Introduce
name,
yourself.
okay, check this out. My name is Imani from the world famous, the fantastic, the phenomenal Far Side. And I've been around. I'm one of the creators, been in the game since 92, been through a whole bunch of stuff. Now I'm creating the situation, Black Stardust, LLC, Mondo Media is what's happening right now. And Mondo Media is pretty much the umbrella that everything comes under. That's where the visuals and the videos and the music. And I'm just I do everything, man. I'm like Sammy Davis Jr. You feel me? I can dance, I can rap, I can sing, I can make the beat, I can play some drums, I can play the keys, I can go do yoga with my nigga, I can go play football, I'll ball you up, I'll go shoot, I do wheelies on my motorcycle. What you talking about?
Let me ask you. So you started in 92 at the Far Side.
No, I started when I was 13. I'm from Compton, and I started breakdancing and pop locking, and I was going wherever. People used to come to my house. It started before that. I couldn't even come outside. I'd be on punishment, and niggas would come to my house and try to pop lock and battle me on my porch. That's how OG I am. I've been doing this shit since the back in the days. I was at West Park, and that's in Compton. For y'all that know, Santana, but it's the swamps, and that's where I'm from. But
Yeah.
and I've been doing this. My mom is a dancer,
Susan.
choreographer, and she went to school with his parents, and I was on her back when they was doing African dances, and I took tap and acting and all that stuff, and I was dancing. Like I said, I used to dance with Samoans, Booyah Tribe, you feel me, in Carson, pop locking with my rest in peace Kalani, Everybody that knows Razzcast used to be called Raisin, and he used to dance before he was rapping, and that was my nigga. I go back to '89 with Raz. You feel me? Now I see Souls of Mischief over there. Shout out to my Bay Area brothers. Like, like some people are here, like he said, you get the universe whisper in your ear, and sometimes you're not ready to take the task. Now I wasn't ready for a minute because I had to like get my life together. Once my grandmother died, and Lotus, that's my granddaughter, that changed everything 9 years ago, and I just been like a nigga possessed. Right, because I don't have that much time, and people be thinking they got a whole much more time than they do. That's why when you get to 50, you got your big neck, and you got all kind of things going on with your pancreas and whatnot, and you feel me, you getting shots and trying to take insulin and whatever. Your body stops doing this, and your body stops doing that, and you feel me? I had a lot of like death in my family at a young age, and people was like, it's hereditary. That's fucking bullshit. You feel me? How you eat and how you live is hereditary. So it starts inside your house. The parents don't be taking accountability. They let the system raise their kids. You feel me? You let strangers raise your kids and teach your kid, and you let strangers take care of their health. And then you worry about then you want magic pills later on in life. Stop playing with me. You're not serious. Parents aren't serious. When you become a parent, it's a real fucking thing. And that's the problem I have when you kept talking about my people, my boys. It starts as being a parent, and your parents got to take full fucking control, and they don't. And it's like, well, it's too hard. Well, that's part of being a parent is being hard. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And kids are not here to be like little clones of you. Kids, I look at my kids as teachers. I needed to learn something. So I take advice from my children, right? And then I thought I had it going good. Then I had a granddaughter. I never had no women in my life, like besides the women in my life. I never had to raise one. And so she checked the fuck out of me, and I had to like really check myself, because I'm telling her what to do, but I'm not applying it to my life. And I'm like, oh. And so instead of telling her, I started doing it. Now it makes it easier to have conversations, because it's like, I'm not just talking.
Lead by example.
Yeah, so.
You getting into the music industry at a young age, would you say you had like some unhealthy habits in a sense, or health-wise?
Nah.
You didn't have unhealthy ones?
I mean, I used to eat pork because of my mama and, my family, but when they stopped, and I stopped eating pork. But
Muslim?
Nah, I just, like, I wasn't a vegetarian. I just didn't eat meat because I felt like you only get one stomach, you only get one pancreas, you only get one heart and all these things, and people abuse them and don't even know how to eat. And then you get all the same diseases when you get to a certain age, and you're thinking it's just because you get into this age is because you have to get the disease. But that's not true. Because like, why some people be 70 and they be fly as fuck, and some people be 70 and they can barely walk? It can't be just because you 70.
No, so it's crazy. I'm glad you said that. I was talking about it earlier with Dre. Is there was a woman I met in one of my group classes. She was 43, 44, and was like, oh, I'm always having this pain, just getting old. And I had to stop her. I'm like, no. It ain't getting old. Are you moving your body, like stretching and mobility? No. How many times are you working out a week? Maybe one. I'm like, see, it's not that you're getting old. It's an excuse you're making. I just had a woman leave the class before you, 67, flying, looking good, yes. No pain. You in your 40s feeling like this, and that's a choice. Oh, I got work. Oh, well, that's part of it.
Excuses are useless.
That's a part of it, though. It's like you chose to have the kids, you chose to have this job or anything like that. Taking care of yourself and working out, it shouldn't feel like an extracurricular activity. It's a part of being an adult and a grown human.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take care of yourself, you break down, you throw your back out, now you can't work.
Everything. I lose everything.
Let me exit, man. I'm gonna try to focus on my cousin right here. I just had to get on my soapbox. That's what I call it.
Hold on. Let's you got
sessions.
Anything you want to promote or anything coming up?
Oh yeah, everybody in cyberspace land out there. My name is Imani from the World Famous. If you want to find out anything about the Far Side, you go to The Far Side Lives. It's alive, and you can find anything. We're gonna be in the Brooklyn Bowl in April, so pull up on me.
Hey,
pull up on me.
When?
April.
What day?
It's somewhere between the 11th and the 26th. But we'll be at the Brooklyn Bowl. And we got some things going on coming up around your birthday, April. We got some real things. Let them in on that.
Block party. We're going to have a little block party, y'all.
Thank you for just letting me jump in. I'm real quick. I'm in and out.
Hey, the legend.
Hey, come on.
I love it. I didn't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know much of the Far Side. I know a couple songs, but
gonna learn today.
I was born in 91.
Oh, wow. That's
So-
when they came out. I moved out here in 91.
Yeah, so I was a little, just a little before my time. But my grandma, she lived in Compton,
Oh, wow.
Wilmington 152nd.
Oh, yeah.
You stop playing with me.
Yeah.
130th and Compton Avenue. What you talking about? That's my neighborhood.
CPT.
Yeah, so my grandma, my great grandma, my dad's grandma, they lived right there off of Wilmington 152nd, the Beasleys. I think they sold it though now, and they live in Long Beach. But anyways, back to I love him coming in and
Hey,
seeing how you inspired him though. He said
he was feeling
it was he heard your whisper, but he didn't take it serious until he had his granddaughter,
Yeah.
which I thought it's amazing. I really wish people, man,
never forget the power of planting a seed.
bamboo season.
But truth be told, you know, now more so than ever, if you want different, you have to move different. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Again, if you want different, you got to move different. And nothing changes if nothing changes. And people want to feel different about themselves, but they don't want to put in no work. And I've asked my friends, like, where's the discipline that you had as kids, man? That discipline's still in me. Where'd it go for you, bro? Why'd you stop loving yourself? Why is it that I got 313 workouts in, and I called you in January last year, told you I was starting. I called you in June, told you where I was, and here we are in December, and you trying to get your second workout in only because I called you. So you mean to tell me you let a whole year pass without you doing anything for yourself? And you expect life to be good. You expect to be happy. You expect your woman to love you. You off. Where are you? Because you ain't the dude that I knew. But you don't. Nobody where you live now, nobody knows the discipline that you had. Nobody knows that you was a point guard of the basketball team. You were the quarterback of the football team, athlete of the year. They had you on the front of the Orange County Register. It's your name, and now here you are. I'm just like, I don't get it. Where'd it go? I don't know where the flame goes for people who just like not to care about themselves no more like that. I try to find out. I wish I could.
Mm.
And then, you know, they go get a workout in or go 3 or 4 days straight. Like, I can't believe how good I feel, man. You're right. And then they stop.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I feel a lot of people treat working out and taking care of themselves as an extracurricular activity or as a luxury when it should feel like a standard. Waking up, doing something to help you feel physically and emotionally better daily. And it don't have to be long. You can start 5 minutes a day meditation, 5 minutes a day stretch, then move to 10 minutes and 15. But it's a part of life is moving your body because let me tell you this, man. It happens to me every time I go to the airport. That's where you see the most out of shape people. And it's sad because with the world I'm in, I'm usually in a Pilates studio, some type of fitness studio, gym. I'm not saying everybody's super jacked and ripped, but people are in decent shape. Airport, man, that's where you'll see. That's where you see the most out of shape. And you don't realize it because my bubble's so small. But when I go there, if I saw 100 people, it'd probably be hard to find 2 people who could do probably 3 push-ups.
Bruh.
People out of breath walking gate to gate. And I'm like,
but it's only in the United States. You go to other countries, you don't see the wheelchairs. They don't have them. I went to Thailand. We was gone for 25 days. I didn't see nobody getting trucked through the airports and whatnot in Thailand and in Bali. I went to Spain. Didn't see it. You come to the United States, boy, they pushing trains. They got one man pushing 2 of them. Wide body, like.
Wide body.
Motherfuckers is breaking their back, bro. They got these people
big
breaking their
back.
back. Breaking their back. They
need 2 lanes.
I mean, the sit-down scooters, like, that's United States. You don't see that in other countries. They walk. That's why they're in good health because they moving every day. They sweating every day. United States, no, I'm going to do my 9 to 5 and go home and kick it, and we're going to have supper or dinner, and we're going to watch a movie and go to bed and repeat. And that's not anything close to how I imagine my life being or want it to be. And most of those people are unhappy, and they know why, but they're not willing to do anything about it. And they frown at us.
Yeah, that's why I don't mind being called mean sometimes by some of my clients or people who might know. I'm like, I'll be mean, but I care. You know what I mean? And I love when I see posts about the difference between somebody being nice, somebody being kind. I'm definitely a kind individual. I'll go to I'm very kind.
Yeah.
Nice, not so much always, because somebody could be nice and it's not going to benefit you. You know, there's people who are watching you.
No.
People watching you deteriorate, get bigger, unable to move, eat bad, but they're your friend. They're nice. Oh, you look good, girl. That works. You know, it's okay. I'm not going to do that. You ask me a question or I see you looking a certain way. I had a homeboy about a year ago. We got together. I hadn't seen him in a few months. I forgot why we got together. After the fact, I shot him a text. I had to be mindful how I said it because everybody, you know, some people could be sensitive. But I was like, hey, bro, is everything all right? You didn't look too healthy. Anything I could do to help you? He was like, man, you're right, man. I've been drinking more than I should, and I haven't been working out. I'm about to get it back in. A year passes.
Nothing.
No, 20 pounds down.
Oh, good.
And off.
Beautiful.
20 pounds down and off.
Did something about it. Yeah.
And the thing you said about planting seeds, I had planted seeds and a couple of my friends, we have this group chat, and I'm like, man, why y'all still following these celebrity and these accounts that do nothing for you? Like, that's shaping how you think. That's shaping how you feel. Stop following. If you're going to be on social media, at least follow things that are going to inspire you, make you feel creative. I planted that seed a while ago. Not too long ago, one of my friends tells me, hey, man, I tell you how I've stopped following all these, you know, dumb accounts. And I'm like, there you go, bro. That's like a start to change your life because as much as we are on our phones, if you are on it a lot, if you're just seeing drama, you're seeing celebrity stuff, it's something you have nothing, that's not benefiting you. Why are you watching? You need to be watching
things that are going to better you.
Make you feel creative, something inspire you, something make you feel good, something to trigger in your mind of how you want to change your life. Because I know for me, I'm on my phone more than I should, but I do my best to make sure I'm following either other coaches, things for self-help, a little ratchet stuff here and there, you know, to keep it balanced. But for the most part, things I'm going to help me feel good, not so tied up in somebody else's life.
We got to lead by example, and it's about really uplifting humanity, you know, especially now more so than ever because shit's bad out there. You know, everything that happens does not necessarily need our emotional input.
There you go.
Or feedback. Like, it's best sometimes just to remain quiet, and that's the one thing I've learned that yoga's taught me. You know, be an observer, but don't be in the shit. You know, I think there was a message you talked about how you put up a wall for people, and I used to be the same way. And my therapist was like, "Dre, look, drop the wall and put up a gate or a fence so you can see what's out there, because there's good people out there. And you know, with a gate or fence, you can open it up and close it. But when you got a wall up, you know." And I was like, you know what? I never thought about it like that, and it changed my perception, because there are some good people out there, but I really have to distance myself from lazy people. I have to distance myself from people who aren't impeccable with their word. I have to distance myself from people who are wasting my motherfucking time. Because, you know, these days are the precious currency of our lives. I got more days behind me than I got in front of me. And I want them to be bliss-filled. You know, if you're going to come at me with a problem, make sure you have a solution to follow. Because we all got problems. You know, and that's not what life's about, just dumping on people. I got some friends who would call me, and 4 minutes later, I'm like, man, can I say anything, bro? You've been dumping for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Like, I ain't got a goddamn word in. I just called to say hi. Like,
glad you called, man. The wife left me. My back hurt. The job tripping.
Life is lifing, man. Life is lifing. But, you know, it's up to us to go through the muck and mire and figure out what's really important to get emotional about. Because when, truth be told, you know, that last breath you took was a gift. The next breath you take is a gift. Life's a gift. And this shit could end tomorrow. So if you think about life like that, then you put your importance, your level of importance, your level of importance will change. Because a lot of times people are just upset about everything, anything, and until your mind's stronger than your emotions, you're always going to be controlled by the outside world. And what goes on the outside world, I try not to really let affect my world. I'm not being self-centered, but if I got tied up with what's going on in the outside world, I wouldn't be me. My happiness would be shot.
I like that, because
you got to protect your peace.
With a lot of that is going on in the world, and social media shows you everything on full scale, even though you don't want to see it. There's people who try to make others, shame others because they're not saying nothing.
Yeah.
Because they're not verbalizing so much quote unquote outrage. And I like what you said about sometimes you have to sit back and observe, but still know what's going on, but observe as opposed to just reacting emotionally. because that's how I approach it. I see how things going on. It sucks. It hurts. It's painful. But at the same time, there's people directly here in front of me. And like you said, in my world, I got to be my best to help them. If I help them, they help the next person. It trickles down where there's a lot of people out there who are just following social media trends, getting fake outrage about something that's not even going to affect them directly in the very moment. And they're also not doing nothing in the direct moment to make a bigger change. Besides just, we're in a world where people just want to reshare shit just to make it seem they're supporting something or just to show their outrage.
Relevant.
And I'm like, dude, we know what's going on in the world. I get it. It's painful. It's hard. You're trying to raise awareness, but you're sharing it to your small circle of followers and your page is private. So you're just feeding the same circles like crabs in a barrel. You guys are all seeing the same thing again and again, sharing it. And it's just sharing negativity.
Yeah.
It's like, man, see things, be aware. Share something positive, man. Go find a positive page of babies crying or laughing or something.
There's so much darkness in the world. Like, again, we got to be the lights. We got to be the lights. And, you know, I try to tell people that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-love. Self-love and self-care will never let you down. Self-love and self-care will never hurt you. And, you know, again, dudes trying to find the perfect girl, girls trying to find the perfect man, when really they just need to go inside and spend some serious time with themselves and heal. Because unless you're healed, you're just bringing somebody into your own shit and you're pointing fingers. And that's not cool. And we as people, you know, if our guts are busted, we go to the doctor. If we got a urinary tract infection, we off to the doctor. The head's hurting, we go to the doctor. But we don't do nothing for our healing internally. So to see a therapist, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Knowing that their mind is fucked up.
Have you been to therapy?
Oh, I love therapy. Hell yeah.
How often do you go?
I go.
If you still go.
Minimum, I try to see my therapist at least once every 2-3 months.
Okay.
She's bomb, but at one point I was going once a week.
Really? What was going on in life at that point?
You know, it was weird. I met her at one of my yoga retreats, believe it or not. She was like, we were sitting on this little swing. She was on one side, I was on the other. She was like, where does the Incredible Hulk go to heal? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, where do you go to heal? Like, you healing all these other people, where do you go? And I was like, nothing wrong with me. And she was like, well, how about we just trade out? You do yoga privates and I'll give you therapy privates. And that's how it started. And it's been amazing. It changed my life, man. Like, real shit.
Really?
Everybody needs therapy. I got a bomb therapist too, if you want. Yeah, I got a bomb one.
What, so you say you started going, you were going every week at one point.
Oh yeah.
Was there anything during that phase of your life that was
I didn't know how much shit I had to unpack.
Really?
Until I got in front of her.
Wow.
Yeah. You never really know until you actually sit down. And, you know, again, we know that we need to see a therapist, but we just don't go for whatever. Well, in our community, though, you're a pussy. You're soft. What the fuck's wrong with you? We all need therapy. We've been through some shit. You know, point blank period. Therapies to make you better. Therapies to help you heal. And healing doesn't mean it never happened. It just means it's no longer going to have an impact on your present nor your future. You know, your past don't need you no more. Your future, your present and your future does. And the journey's always easier when you're not holding on to your past. And when you see a therapist, she helps you deal with that past trauma that you probably didn't even know you was dealing with or holding on to.
Was there anything you were unaware of that popped up that you wanted to share?
Yeah, my nervous system was fried. You know, we went out to lunch early on and she could feel my nervous system was just like, I was always, you know, it was just in me. I was
rock.
I was just, doors, people. I had to, turn like just. She was like, no, life don't heal. Healing is not worrying about what's going on around you no more like you used to. It was just, but that was probably just PTSD. Growing up where I grew up, and not knowing. I didn't know any better. So that's one factor that really, like, wow, I had no idea I was like that. Or, but when she brought it to my attention, she was dead ass serious, 100% correct.
Wow.
I tell everybody, find a therapist, and even if you go see see her once a quarter, go see a therapist. Everybody needs therapy.
It's on my bingo card this year. I made a bingo card.
Yeah.
12 things I want to do this year. One of them was 6 sessions.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you.
Minimum. So it's either once every 2 months, once every 4 weeks. I don't know yet. But once I find, I'm probably taking a contact from yours.
And everybody that I've sent her information to, they're like, Dre, I can't thank you enough. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I'm excited, but also like nervous because I know there's stuff that I feel like, oh, I'm okay. And I know I'm not okay about certain things. So it's exciting, but also nervous. Like, damn, how is it going to hit? You know what I mean? But I'm open to it. And I know
it's going to make you a better person.
Exactly.
That's
all I want right now.
Again, when you trust the process, you're not concerned about the outcome. And I know you trust the process.
That's good.
I know you trust the process.
I love that because, man, there's people who get in that, they call it imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Which a lot of us deal with at some point. Not a lot of us. At least I dealt with it at some point. I'm not going to put it on everybody. But the mindset switch I made was I feel like an imposter because I'm worried about how I'm going to look to people. I feel like I'm going to look like I don't know what I'm doing, or I feel like I'm going to look like, who's he to be doing this?
Right.
And I made the mind switch. I'm like, no, it ain't about me.
Right.
It's about who I'm helping.
Yes.
So me being a fitness coach and doing these things, it's not even about me. So if you feel like I look a certain way, it's not my business. My business is, am I helping Dre get better today? Am I helping this person get better today? Especially now when I stepped in to start teach Pilates, there ain't people who look like me teach Pilates, not too often around. I signed up to teach it before I even took a class.
Wow.
Yeah. I just knew I had to do it. I just knew it was
dope.
I just knew it was going to add to my toolbox as a coach.
Exactly.
It was going to help me bridge Pilates people to strength training.
Yes.
Strength trains Pilates.
Yeah.
Within the first 2-3 months of doing it, I gained like 2-3 clients because they like Pilates, but they wanted somebody they could trust to lift.
Yes.
And I was like, bro, it's chess. Now I have the Pilates in my background. I can host a retreat. I can do all kinds of stuff. I can be anywhere and then still throw my fitness spin on it. And Pilates is
something else in that dossier.
That's
that
it.
attaché case, bro.
I won't do yoga. I mean, I won't teach it because somebody's like, oh, go learn. I'm like, no, I want to stay within, at least right now, this is my life,
Right.
within what I'm doing. I'd rather go take it and do it, but I don't feel called to learn to teach.
And to me at this age and at this time in our life, we got to do things that resonate with us, with you. If it don't resonate with me, I can't do it. I can't put my name on it. I don't care how much money it is involved. Like, especially if it takes away from my happiness or peace of mind, I can't do it. I'm too old. Life's too short to be doing that shit. Because a lot of times with that attachment or that contract, things change. Things change. Freedom is my most important asset that most people take for granted.
Yeah.
Like, I just love my freedom.
With you and yoga, what would you say are some things new yogis can take to become great at their craft that you maybe had to learn the hard way? Because you've been in the game 20 years now, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Yoga's just one of those platforms that we seem like we get hijacked every 3 or 4 years. It's either, there were the healers, then you had the shamans, then you had the sound healers, then every 3 or 4 years somebody else steps into this realm of yoga. And one thing about yogis and like Pilates, in order to be an instructor, you have to be certified. You have to go to school. A lot of these other things, I'm going to be a healer, I'm going to be a sound healer, there's not necessarily certification. So all you got to do is just go buy an outfit, you and your homegirls or you and your homeboys, and just, we're doing this thing. And
get a little sage.
You got people who, went to Peru for 6 months. Now they coming back as shamans. You don't get to choose. You're born as a shaman. You don't go to Peru and come back trying to host some type of bullshit. And I just get really tired of people around me like that. So just be careful, you young instructors, falling into that fake shit, because it's out there. It's out there. You got to stand 10 toes strong now. Real business.
I like that you said that because I feel the same way with anything in wellness and fitness. There's people who just one day wake up and decide, which is great to decide, but do the footwork, do the grind, go learn, go get immersed, get experienced. And what was I going to say? Damn, I lost train of thought. But anyways, I agree with what you're saying. And
well, people are putting their lives in your hands, and if you ain't certified or you fucked up yourself, you just really bringing them into a darker place. And there's a lot of charlatans out there. There's tons of charlatans out there in this wellness industry. You know, and it's a little dangerous. And I'm 100% serious about what I do. I'm doing this for the rest of my life. I had to carve my niche myself. I ain't copying nobody, never will. I'm gonna be me 100%. And I'm not for everybody. I'm like oysters. I'm an acquired taste.
Oysters are
Straight,
trash.
I'm not meant to be for everybody though. Straight out.
No, I like that. What'd you say? I remember what I was gonna say. For people to make sure they do their vetting.
Yes.
You know, like when you go into somebody for a service as yoga, fitness. If it's group, you have no choice, really. You know, you got to go to whoever's teaching. But if you're choosing to follow somebody's practice, whether that's yoga, Pilates, strength training, whatever it is, to make sure you're vetting them to see who are they really.
Yes.
Because it's easy to look, especially with me in the fitness world, a girl naturally born with a fat booty, and then she throws on the shorts and sells, hey, 30-day plan. Like, come on, dude, your mom's got a booty, your grandma got a booty. You trying to say you did this little workout for 10 days and got a booty? You know what I mean? It's just like little things like that are hard to, it's just out there.
Yeah.
So
social media makes it
crazy.
Easy. Social media makes it easy. But, you know, the real always rises to the top. Point blank period. And, you know, I got into this game before social media, and I'm doing it for the rest of my life. It saved my life, and I'm going to continue to put my foot on the gas pedal.
Something you said a few seconds ago that I live by also and I love is not for everybody, you know, and
I don't want to be for everybody.
Exactly. And you got to be okay with that. And people who I've met over the past few years who are newer into any kind of fitness, even there's people in Pilates are behind me, and they talk about these things. They're so worried in how they're going to look and be perceived. And I'm like, listen, be you 100%. People are going to feel that and see that. They're going to rock with you or they're not. And it's okay. Because I know for me, when I go take classes someplace or I don't like all kinds of music I listen to.
Yeah.
Do you think Taylor Swift is tripping because I don't like her music?
Yeah, no.
Probably not. She ain't worried about it. There's other people who are going to like it. And I think in life as humans, you got to be okay with that. I don't trust people who want to be liked by everybody.
Yeah.
I just don't. There's something wrong with you and you don't know how to handle it.
They control you.
So you trying to get liked by everybody to get that validation. You're wearing different masks. You're doing fake laughs with me. You're shaking hands with people. Ha ha. Nah, dog. Something's up. Something you don't like about yourself. So you need other people to validate you. I can't trust you. Why do you want to be liked by everybody?
You risk everything by not being yourself. And what makes you different is what makes you beautiful. And people don't realize that. I walk 100% in your authenticity. Elevate every room you walk in. Elevate every space you occupy. But be you. Everybody else is taken. And why not? Why not be you? Nobody looks like you. Nobody can bring to the world what you bring. Quit trying to run with the Joneses. I'd rather stand alone than roll with a crew of people that's going in the wrong direction.
Wrong direction.
Straight out. And the longer you stay on that train, the harder it is and more expensive it is to get back home. And there's a whole lot of people on that train right now. Know they're going in the wrong direction.
I got a question for you. What does healing mean to you?
Healing means letting go of things that no longer serve you. Healing means letting go of the past that you always bring up for reasons of not being the best version of yourself. Because you can knock the sun out the sky, it's not going to change what happened in the past. So, and they were not life sentences, they were lessons. And a lot of times, people are holding on to their past, and that's why they can never heal. Because this happened to me or that happened to me. But on top of healing, you got to go see a therapist. You got to do the things to heal. Healing is just not a linear, it's not a straight line. You know, healing is almost like sobriety. You know, every day is, I'm here. I'm grateful. Thank you. That's healing. You know, if you're waking up, same shit different, that's not healing. You're going backwards. You're pissing in the wind.
Who's, for you, another question, who's been the hardest person to forgive?
Biological father. Yep.
How'd that go?
Man, Well, he made me the person I am. He turned me into the protector and the fighter that I am. But I had to go through hell to get there. I was a child called It. I was involved in a little weird ass kidnapping type situation when I was a kid. Me and my brother, and that was just basically a 14-month beatdown.
How old were you?
I want to say 8, 9.
Kidnapped by him? Your dad?
Biological, yeah.
Your biological father kidnapped you and your brother.
He asked my mom, my stepfather, I want to see my son. It's the first time we ever met him, and they asked us, and we said yeah. And on the way, like I hadn't known this man 15 minutes. He was like, "I want you to call me daddy, and I want you to call her mama." And I was like, "You're Lamont and Loretta." Like, oh shit! And these got worse from there.
You said 14 months? So 14 months he kept
bro,
y'all.
the phone calls, he was right there. Like, yeah, everything's okay. Like, yeah, all that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you didn't see him until 8 years old.
I didn't see him till a year.
So you see your dad at 8 years old. He asked your parents if he could take you to watch.
Yeah.
Keeps you for 14 months.
Yeah.
Threatens you to get on the phone.
Put us in school. Like the calls were made. Like he brought us to Vegas. He lived in Vegas. He was a construction worker out here.
And your mom was back home.
My mom was back home in L.A. And my parents didn't know. They did not know send us into harm's way. They thought he was a cool dude. Coming to repent, but that wasn't the case. Motherfucker was crazy.
And how'd you get out of that situation?
My older brother kind of saved my life. Put me on a bus, sent me back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're like 9, 10?
Yeah, my older brother was fixing bikes in the neighborhood, saved up enough money, got me a bus ticket.
Damn. How'd your brother get out?
We went and got him a couple years later. Well, a couple months later.
Damn. So that's like at 10, 11 years old. And at what age did you finally forgive him?
Shit. I had to forgive him or else I was going to end up killing somebody or kill myself because I had this rage in me. So, it was more or less like that was a major part of my healing. Actually, when I moved to Vegas, I was like, okay, I can't do this shit no more. I was basically fighting everybody, prepared to fight him. I told him last time I seen him, which was 15, for child support. I was like, we still got some unfinished business. Next time I see you, one of us is going. He walked up to me like Manny Pacquiao, like, yeah, face to face. Did a Pacquiao shit.
Damn.
Tyson. Yeah,
Damn.
tears were running down my face. I started shaking. Yeah.
And then what made you?
That sent me on a tailspin. I started fighting from like 15 to 22. I was Bobby Boucher.
Damn.
I superimposed my dad's head on their body and, yeah, it was weird.
Bobby Boucher was mom.
Yeah. Dude, the real shit. That's what I did. Nobody, people always wonder, like, man, he crazy. Oh, bro, I had no idea.
So when you saw Waterboy and Bobby Boucher do that, did you like resonate?
I told a couple people, that's what I did, man. That's what I did right there. I swear to God. 100%.
So at 15 years old, you tell your father, next time I see you, one of us is going.
Yeah.
At what age did you finally forgive him?
Man, I can't say. It's weird, the forgiveness that happened, because it wasn't like really like I forgive you. I just internally forgave him. He died alone. Nobody was there. Everybody in his life, he ended up just fucking up. And it's just a sad case. And when I went to Thailand, I went to see a spiritual healer, and the spiritual healer said, yeah, your dad, he's in hell for 2,000 years. He was a very bad man, very dark. This person didn't even know nothing about my dad.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, real shit. Uh-huh. But yeah, that was, I had to heal. If I didn't heal, I was going to end up, I broke my hand 7 times. Like that's all I wanted to do.
Wow. That's beautiful.
But I just, for the first time, after all these years of training and whatnot, I got in a fight with a pit bull last year.
What?
A pit bull attacked me and my girl while we were walking our dog. It jumped out of a moving car, and it locked on my dog. And so I'm on the ground fighting, bro. I reached in the dog's mouth. It bit me, so I got bit twice all the way through. And then I said, I'm going to kill this damn dog. And I put in a rear naked choke and a body lock, and that dog fell the fuck out. The owner was like, please don't kill my dog. Please don't kill my dog. I was like, I'm going to kill this dog. And I let it go. If the owner wouldn't have been there, I'd have killed that dog. But I honestly, I'm glad that it happened because I still got it. I'm still a very, very dangerous man. A very dangerous man. If they would have caught that shit on tape, I'd be viral right now. I'd be Oprah, all that shit. USA did everything, bro. It was so cold. It was so cold. I didn't say a word either.
Yeah, it's whole time just quiet.
Everybody's screaming and whatnot.
That's scary.
Oh man,
a motherfucker choking you out in silence.
Bro, I was whispering to the dog though. I was whispering this.
Oh hell no!
You gonna die today.
That's some real OG shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That remind me of Jody on Baby Boy.
Bro.
When he was choking him out.
Hey,
Jody.
I still got
the
it.
Scared
Man.
chocolate bunny.
So that was
what kind of dog you got?
A Bernie Doodle, a harmless Bernie Doodle. Like they get humans in the face. Like the dog was just like, please help me.
Your dog okay?
Yeah. I mean, she had to get drains and stitches in the whole 9 yards, the whole cone, like 3 weeks. 3 weeks down, but yeah,
damn,
man. It was,
he said I still got
that
it.
was about the weirdest shit.
That is weird, but like he says, you still got it.
I always said if a dog attacked me, I'm gonna kill a fucking dog.
Yeah.
And that dog was.
When you were choking the dog, was that going through your head like I'm putting this dog out?
100%.
Oh, until the person was like, please.
Oh yeah, 100. Yeah.
Damn.
And yeah, it was the craziest shit ever. I didn't have time to even think, react, scream. I just went into action, and I just.
That's yoga. Yoga right there. Let the people know.
The breath, the whole 9 yards.
Yoga, breath work.
All that shit went to work right there.
Quick.
Downward dog.
Downward dog.
Yeah.
Downward dog.
So yeah, man, that was 2025, bro, in a nutshell.
All right, we'll wrap up here in a second. What you for 2026? Any goals? Anything you're working on? Anything you want to share coming out this year for you?
We really putting our best foot forward in terms of bringing wellness and music together. We got a couple options. We're gonna start off with a block party, and we're getting older now, and we got to focus on this health and wellness. Because if not, if you ain't got your health and wellness, you ain't got shit. Point blank, period. And some of us are on it, and some of us are off. And all it takes is just a committed crew to put the energy out there and lead by example. That's all we can do. But I know that, one thing I don't prepare us for is that as you age, you're going to see other people pass in front of you. Mm. And it's just really sad that a lot of these people that are going because of health reasons or laziness. But there's no reason why you shouldn't work your body. And props to my guy. One of my best friends got cancer, man. He got stage 3 cancer, some shit, stomach cancer. Still goes to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And, to all the homies who are sitting at the house, like, not doing shit. I'm like, man, if nothing more, he goes 4 times a week with stage 3 cancer, and you can't get your ass up. That's sad. Like, that self-love shit is a real thing, man, because to me, if you know that you ain't at your best and you ain't willing to do nothing about it, you don't love yourself. You're deceiving your family, your loved ones. You're cheating yourself when you're not your best. And as we age, it compounds. So it gets worse as we get older. Like when you're younger, you can kind of beat it off, but as you get older, the shit gets harder to do. That's why that's why I can't stop. I don't have to stop and start back up. I'm doing this for the rest of my life. It's part of my life. It makes me feel good. It's my endorphin. It's my drug. Movement is my medicine. Yoga is my prescription. Period.
As we wrap up here, any word, quote, mantra, anything you live by that you would like to share? What is it and why?
Everything will fall into place when we stop worrying about how everything will fall into place. Life is gonna life. And half the things that we waste our brain space on worrying about never happens. All this negative shit that we have in our head, it never happens. And I just hate to see people go through turmoil and overcomplicate life by being stuck in their head. And if you're stuck in your head, then it's time for you to learn how to meditate. Oh, well, I don't know I have time to meditate. Well, okay, continue to feel like shit then. I give you solutions, but nobody wants to take them. And I'm never asking anybody to do nothing that I haven't done for years. It's not like I'm doing some new shit, do this new thing. No, I've been doing this for years. And it works and it's worth it. It ain't easy, but it's worth it. and watch what you digest. So watch what you're watching, reading, eating, taking in. Watch what you digest. It'll affect your energy, and your energy speaks before you say a word.
Sure do. You can feel somebody walk into a room or anything. You're like, oh,
I don't want to be around
you
it.
don't.
I don't. And again, I can't really. I don't really vibe with lazy people. I don't.
Oh, one last thing before we wrap up. Congratulations.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Grandpapa
Talk about
Dray.
that. Yeah.
Grandpapa the
About to have his
Pooba.
first grandbaby, right?
First grandbaby.
Yeah.
First
When's
grandbaby.
the due date?
Due date's in June.
Oh, we couldn't get an April baby?
Looking forward to it. June. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna
That's
be
exciting.
A jiu-jitsu baby, a yoga baby, a weightlifting fitness baby,
Breathwork baby.
breathwork baby. This grandbaby gonna be incredible. Indigo baby.
Dog choker.
Yeah, dog choker, all that. When she told me, when she gave me the little gift, it said, "My grandpa's crazy,
Yeah.
and I'm not afraid to use him." She gave me a little onesie that said that, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, so it's dope. But Jazzy, Grandpa, love you. Mark, love you, man.
It's exciting, man. Happy for you, man. It's going to be great to see that journey unfold for you, your next phase of life.
Yes, yes, yes.
Active ass grandfather.
Yes, yes, yes. 100%.
Going to be an example for other people.
Hey, I plan on being around, you know.
Well, Drake, thank you so much for coming by again.
Thank you, Brother D.
A year.
Thank you,
We
Brother
might make it
Kush.
an anniversary at this point.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Every January 28th, 29th. Shout out to you for bringing Imani through from the far side. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
It was cool meeting the legend and well-known figure in hip-hop and just culture and human life in general.
Yes.
I love that. And I'll tag your Instagram into this. I'll tag his Instagram into this bio of this podcast. Leave you guys with the word. Well, coming up, February, alcohol workshop. Almost forgot. So if you've given up or changed your drinking habits and you're struggling with identity, triggers, how to move in life, I got a workshop coming up for you for free on Zoom. I'll put that in the description of this podcast. Also, wellness workshop coming for you in April. Be ready for that. More details to come. Now I'll leave you with the word. If you are tired of starting over, stop quitting. Stop quitting when things get hard. That's where the true growth comes. That's where your new identity is built. When you push through the mud, you push through the hardships, and on the other side is greatness. We don't want to be good. We want to be great. Stop settling for average. Do more than expected. Under promise, over deliver. 2 words. Keep growing.